Jon Thelen's Destination-Fish is brought to you by Alumacraft boats.
Oh, there's that split shot.
Not good walleye.
Walleye.
Perfect fish to start, my friend. Good job. You know what? I'm right here. I'm just gonna grab him for you. I think I thought he was unhooked, but it's really easy. I'll just grab him.
Which hook is that hooked on?
He's on the back.
So that would...
Look at that. Great little eater-sized fish. I don't think we're gonna keep anything today, but awesome fish to start. That's what we're gonna do today.
Yeah,
we're just gonna catch a bunch of these, right?
Maybe
a few bigger ones.
That's a great plan.
We'll just do that. That's awesome. That's a great way to start right there. There's one.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh. Feels like a decent fish too.
Well, the way that board was settling going back.
Yeah, it's almost a different feel. You got one here? Oh, look at that. That's in a log.
No,
that's buried in a log. Get it out?
Nope.
Okay. Well, we'll deal with that after we deal with this fish. This feels like he might be a decent one, bud. Good little bunch of fish right through here though, huh? You can just move my coffee cup. I got a whole bunch of stuff going on back there. Here we go. There you go.
How's it feel?
Good. Feels like another one of those eater-sized walleyes that this place is full of. Here we go. I'm just going to lift them up to you. Look at that. Perfect. Go right back behind me there. Awesome. Tank.
All
Settle
right.
down there, buddy, and we'll get you back in the water. You know what? Back hook. So I've missed one. You got one on a back hook. I got one on a back hook. What do you think? What does that tell you?
I think they're coming up and just sneaking up behind them and grabbing onto them.
You know, and a lot of times that can mean a few different things. Try a speed change. You can do that.
Yep.
You know, what else can you do?
Well, we can pinch off. Sometimes I'll pinch off that crawler right behind,
Right.
a half an inch behind that hook, and
Yeah.
so now when they grab the back of it, they're hooked.
Right.
Versus sneaking up on. Sometimes those crawlers can get out there.
Right. When they hit the water, they'll stretch out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Perfect. Get this one rebaited and back in. What do we got to do there? We got to turn around and go get a board.
Yeah.
While we chase down the lost planer board, let's look at this week's logbook. Today we're fishing really shallow, 4 to 6 feet on the St. Louis River in Duluth, Minnesota. It's an early spring day with a mix of clouds, drizzle, and a few peaks of sun. Little Joe crawler harnesses are the ticket today in pink and chartreuse as we cruise along at 1 to 1.2 miles per hour. A number 4 split shot is delivering our spinner rigs to the right depths. Now let's get back to the action. There you go. Yep. Good walleye. Look at that. Not a giant, but man, that just goes to show you how these fish will fight here. You know, river fish in general, they just fight harder, I think.
Well, they got the current, so they're always muscling that.
Yeah, I suppose. And I think there's just something in their DNA. You know what
Well, they're used to going after a bait that's moving.
Yeah.
Again, it's current. It's
Right.
not like on Pickle
Right.
Lake. Let's use Mille Lacs, for example, where you're on a hump and
Yeah, and you're pulling them pretty much straight up in that scenario. Here, these fish are fighting all the way in, and there's nothing happening with their air bladder or anything like that,
Right.
so they're fighting all the way in.
right.
So that's not
You know,
some
the way,
fish.
like I said, the way that board went back, I lost that bet. It's not a northern. But
Boy, you hit it hard.
it was on the tail hook again.
Yeah.
So it came up, we hit it, and
Yeah.
bolted with it.
Yep. Hey, while we're in, and I'm going to rebait, I wanted to throw something out. Today's the first day. Now, I wear my rain gear a lot when I'm fishing, but today's the first day that I put on my rain gear, not because it's chilly out, but because it's been a little bit wet. On and off, we're getting some spit in the air. And I just wanted to point out, both Charlie and I are wearing Striker rain gear, and this is brand new this year. This is the Evolve suit, and this is the Adrenaline suit. They're awesome rain gear suits. They've got rubberized zippers. They breathe, they do everything for you. And they cut the wind.
I love it. It's,
yeah, great.
I'm not sweating on the inside.
Right.
It feels, I'm not clammy, and
Yep.
in this humidity, well, we're at 100% right now, and
Right.
I'm good.
Biggest thing about a rain suit is not sweating and being comfortable. So if you're looking at new rain gear, look at this Striker stuff, because I'll tell you, between that Evolve suit, and the Adrenaline suit, you're gonna find something you like. And man, I'll tell you, it's the best rain gear I've ever had. Jon Thelen's Destination-Fish is brought to you by these fine sponsors. This is turning into a great day in a hurry. The bite is on and the weather is breaking. Let's get back to the action. Good eye. Look at that fish.
Ready?
Yep, got him. There we go. Perfect. But I actually let him get a little bit of line, which might have made the difference, because we had a couple swing and miss. They'd hit, they'd feel the tension of the rod, I imagine, and in feeling that tension, they'd spit it out. Where this time here, I gave him a chance to actually grab it and run with it a little bit. And that, I don't know if that made the difference or not. I do know this. We hooked him up. We got him.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, so see if I can figure out how to get him unhooked.
You know, one thing we did too is the boards were catching all our fish. And
There we go.
kind of went back,
Yeah, great fish.
looked at the how far back the line was hitting the water on these long lines, went a little bit longer. You know, we might have been close enough to the bottom, maybe
Right.
they're hugging down.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And every now and then, little changes like that can make a huge, huge difference. All right,
Want a piece of worm?
I'm gonna get a new one. I got plenty. I brought plenty today.
See, there is such thing as a free lunch.
There you go. Now this is awful simple fishing, but one thing you are going to definitely need on your boat to come and do this is rod holders. And I get asked a lot about the rod holders I use. I use the Angler's Pal brand. They're actually switching over to Panther right now. Panther's the parent company of them. And they're a tube style rod holder, and the reason I use them is if you look at the different rod holders out there on the market, so often there's twisting and turning that you got to do to get the rod out, and when you've got a fish on, that's when you could give them some slack. With these rod holders by Panther, I can just lift them right out just like that. It's really simple, it's really easy. I can keep that rod bent, the fish never gets any slack, and if fish doesn't get any slack, very seldom do you lose them. While we troll the shallow flat we're on looking for another taker, let's get a look at a great Alumacraft boat model made for accessing shallow waters and rivers alike.
Built for work, ready for play. Exceptionally tough and rugged, these boats can handle any job you throw their way. The Alumacraft MB 1650 SC features a durable, 16-foot all-welded hull that sports a 78-inch beam, making for a spacious interior and large open cockpit that can handle fishing, hunting, or anything else you choose to throw at it. Rated for a 60-horsepower outboard, the MB 1650 has all the performance of a larger boat while still being able to navigate skinny backwaters. The one-piece hull, combined with the aluminum transom and center-hard keel, gives the MB 1650 a tough backbone in the most extreme conditions, while still providing everyday features you've come to expect from Alumacraft, like a 14-gallon live well and storage under the seats, as well as on the port and starboard sides. To learn more about the MB 1650 SC, or to take yours home, visit your local Alumacraft dealer. Now, let's get back to the action.
If you spend enough time on the St. Louis River, you will hook up with everything from eater-sized fish to better ones, like the walleye that Charlie has hooked up right now.
Ooh.
Big fish. Look at that. Big fish. Nice one, bud. Get that out of there and hold him up for the camera. Nice fish. What a beaut. Awesome fish.
Now that's
Look
a
at that.
Now, cool. That's a front hook.
Yep.
Actually, that's both hooks.
Yeah,
So,
that's just a big fish. It don't matter how we got him. Nice fish, man.
you know, and this
That's
is pretty
cool.
typical for, you know, this fishery. Lots of these, lots. I
Yeah.
mean, and they're thick. This is spawned
Yep.
out. I mean, it's
a cool fish.
a very nice fish.
Awesome.
Oh,
Take that anywhere. Perfect.
and away he goes. Hey, and this is a cute little
Yeah,
guy.
look at that.
Dude,
I'm gonna bring him right over this direction for you. That's good. Good walleye. Look at that. What was I thinking? I wasn't even thinking he was that big, but it's a great fish. We'll just kind of trade sides here, huh, bud? A great way to wrap up a day. Fish bites Charlie's line, and I get to run over and grab it. I'm happy finishing the day.
yeah,
that way.
go ahead.
Man, I'll tell you what though, what a fun time it's been out here on the St. Louis River up in Duluth. And this is a place where if you get the chance to go, come on up here. If you've never thought about it, get up here and do this. You can call Charlie. Charlie guides out here. And you know what? You can come up yourself and do this too. It's really not that complicated, but he can make sure you're on some fish when you show up. Jon Thelen's Destination-Fish has been brought to you by these great sponsors.